Prince Harry has told King Charles he is prepared to ditch Meghan Markle.
Cue the laugh.
What are you suggesting?
He definitely didn't want Meghan to be with him, and she's definitely not with him.
Yes, I'm sure you agree, darling.
Meghan wouldn't have liked that.
Meghan would never get that. Meghan would never get that.
Okay, so listen up because this is wild. Around midnight in Montecito, all hell broke loose. The lights blazing, security on high alert. And Meghan, oh, she was screaming, like full-on meltdown mode. The staff shaking. People heard shouting echoing through the Sussex mansion. It wasn't just a spat, it was panic, betrayal, chaos. Why? Because Meghan, snooping or not, found something she was never supposed to see, a private memo on Harry's tablet. And let me tell you what was in it. Explosive. It was all about Harry going back to the royal family, but here's the kicker. Meghan's name wasn't in it. Not once. Not even a placeholder.
Look, I love you and I'm willing to do whatever I need to do in order to be with you, Meghan.
Aw, and I love you too. I think it's important we do this ourselves, Harry, and not live off your family.
I agree.
Boom, instant rage. This document, it wasn't some old draft lying around. Oh no, it was fresh, recently updated, and straight up planning Harry's re-entry into royal life. You know, like some kind of solo comeback tour, charity duties, meetings with palace officials, and Meghan, completely cut out, not invited, not even mentioned. So what does Meghan do? She confronts him, and not quietly. The staff were literally told to back off, stay away, because what was about to go down wasn't fit for anyone's ears.
We'll just have to find a way to make £50 billion on our own.
One insider said it was the worst they've ever seen. Meghan was livid, screaming about betrayal, legacy, the kids, everything, and Harry just standing there, quiet, watching it all explode. And here's where it gets juicy. That memo? It wasn't even Harry's work alone. Nope. Some of the content came from a London PR consultant Harry hadn't spoken to in years. Someone Meghan thought was long gone. Turns out Harry's been planning things without her. Something serious. Something that could change everything about his public image without her in it. Cue Meghan spiraling. She's calling her publicist, her manager, her lawyer, basically anyone who would pick up at that hour, because in her gut she knew this was the beginning of the end.
Jesus, what did they do to you?
She even started asking legal questions like who owns what are the media clauses, what happens if everything collapses? And Harry, still silent, no denial, no comforting, you've got it wrong, just silence. Which only made it worse. Turns out that memo tied to a secret meeting across the ocean. A royal-level hush-hush cloak and dagger affair, except someone leaked it, and guess who found out last? Yup, Meghan. It all unraveled on a sunny London terrace. Very exclusive, very private, or it was supposed to be.
What happened to your ring?
I gave it to the working people.
We're the working people. I'm sorry, I need a drink.
Next morning, boom, headlines everywhere. UK tabloids had a field day. The so-called peace summit between Harry's camp and King Charles's top people, all over the front page. And Meghan woke up and saw it the same way the rest of us did, by reading the Daily Mail. And in the photo, her own chief of staff, Meredith, chilling with Liam, their UK communications guy, and Tobias, King Charles's senior aide, laughing, wine, sunshine, peace vibes. It looked like a diplomatic dream, but to Meghan, a stab in the back, a straight-up betrayal. Want to know the twist? William and Camilla didn't even know it was happening. William was blindsided, like furious. And Meghan, she had her theory on who leaked it. Spoiler, she thinks it came from Harry's side.
You never had a dream when you were a child to be something everyone else said was impossible? Like an astronaut, or prime minister, or masseur?
I wanted to be a princess.
Oh, well, you kind of fucked that up.
So Meghan's spinning, totally convinced someone close to Harry leaked that meeting to set her up. Not only was she excluded from the peace summit, she wasn't even an afterthought. The optics? All about Harry. Clean slate, fresh start, no Meghan. And the palace? Silent. No comment, no explanation. So Meghan goes full lockdown mode. Her legal team starts poking around NDA clauses. Her comms team? Prepping what-if statements. One insider said she even floated the idea of leaking her own version of the story to spin it back in her favor. But honestly, it was already too late. That photo, her own people smiling with King Charles's top guy, that image had burned its way into the media. UK tabloids? Savage. Painting Meghan as the discarded duchess, the one left behind, left out, or maybe left out on purpose. And then, boom, enter William. And let me tell you, he was livid. Not because Harry was talking to their dad, but because no one told him. Not the palace, not Charles, not even a whisper. And this is the future king we're talking about. For him to find out from the front page? Unacceptable. That's not just shade, that's war.
We just want to be normal people. All this attention is so hard. Isn't it true, sir, that your questionable wife has her own TV show and hangs out with celebrities and does fashion magazines?
But what pushed Meghan over the edge wasn't the blurry wine and laughs terrace photo, it was what came next. Because while Meghan was still stewing in Montecito, Harry, he was already gone. He'd flown off to Africa, but not just any trip, he was retracing Diana's steps. You know, the landmine path Diana walked 30 years ago, sacred, iconic. And Meghan wasn't invited. Harry went alone. No entourage, no wife, just him in a flak jacket. It was a message, loud and clear. Insiders say Harry had told the organizers from the very beginning Meghan would not be coming. No debate, no maybe, just nope, not this time. And yeah, the official line, safety concerns. But everyone knew that was nonsense. Meghan's been to war zones. She's done glitzy charity runs in actual danger. She didn't need protecting. No, Harry just didn't want her there. Not for this. Not for his mother's legacy. Because this was about him, his roots, his grief, his redemption. Meghan's presence would have made it a brand moment, a glossy couple's photo op. But Harry wanted something real this time. Just him and the ghost of his mother. And Meghan? Oh, she felt that sting like a slap.
We can be the people we talked about being, with no more worries about how we look or the image we project to people. What matters is what we have on the inside.
The visuals didn't help. Harry in solemn silence walking through that red dirt, retracing Diana's every step. Alone, stoic, emotional. To the press, it was heartbreaking. To Meghan, it was war. Because here's the thing, Meghan's always wanted to be seen as the next Diana, the people's princess 2.0. And now, Harry was rebuilding that legacy without her. So what does Meghan do? She hits back, fast. Insiders say she picked up the phone the very next morning and rang up one of Hollywood's top brand strategists. The mission? Get back in the spotlight. And just a few days later, on Queen Camilla's birthday no less, Meghan made her move. A simple Instagram story. 3 bottles of As Ever Rosé on a marble counter. Caption, sending birthday love from near and far to my lady. No name, no context, but everyone knew what it meant.
How dare you, sir? My Instagram-loving wife has always wanted her privacy. And you know what else? To hell with Canada. We are leaving. We'll go find some quiet place where we can be normal people. Come on, wife.
People lost their minds. Was it a peace offering? A taunt? A flex? Social media exploded. Comment sections full of confusion, snark, and speculation. Some were like, wow, she's being classy. Others, not so much. She used Camilla's birthday to plug wine, one wrote. Not shade, a PR ambush, said another. And here's the real kicker. As Ever Rosé, not even available in the UK due to shipping restrictions. But Meghan made sure to signal, loud and clear, that this time she was willing to cover international shipping, just to get her product into Windsor. Translation, I'm still here, I still matter, and I'm watching. Palace insiders fuming. One source called the post cheap and calculated. Another, an insult dressed up as a toast. Even royal reporters, usually super careful, hinted that Meghan had gone too far. Again, what made it even worse? Harry had just gotten rare positive press. Headlines were praising his Diana tribute. His solo moment was finally landing with the public. And then Meghan inserted herself? Again?
I don't know what to do. How are we going to pay for school for Archie?
I have to tell you, I never realized so many things cost money. Like this chicken. I bet you had to pay for it.
Back in the palace, no one thought it was accidental, not after similar stunts. Remember Prince Louis's birthday? Or when Kate was recovering and Meghan just so happened to drop something viral. The royals? Done laughing. But it was only just beginning, because while the internet was still debating Meghan's wine stunt, things inside the Sussex home were falling apart. One staffer put it best, you didn't need to hear the shouting, you could just feel it. Harry had come back from Angola, but he wasn't the same.
Cereal. And yes, you have to pay for everything, Harry. Life is hard. Most people struggle.
I have red hair. I know struggle.
Harry came home from Angola, cold, distant, no smiles, no hugs. He didn't even stop to talk, just walked straight into his study and locked the door. Meghan? She was pacing, furious. She knew what was coming. The Instagram post? The backlash? She saw the headlines. She felt the heat. And she knew Harry had seen it too. But what she didn't know, what she hadn't processed yet, was how far gone he already was. And when she finally confronted him, it erupted. She wanted answers about Africa, about the palace meetings, about the memo, about everything. "Are you planning to leave me?" she asked. And Harry? He didn't lie. He didn't deny. He didn't even flinch. He just looked at her and said, "I need time to think about everything." And that destroyed her. One insider said Meghan slammed the door so hard the house alarm went off. Security rushed over, but no one dared enter. Inside, the shouting got worse. Meghan was screaming about betrayal, humiliation, how he was tearing apart everything they built. Oprah, Netflix, the Oprah interview, their kids, their brand, their sacrifice. And Harry, quiet again, until he finally muttered, "I miss my family." It landed like a grenade, because it wasn't just about the royals, it wasn't about peace talks or press stories anymore, it was about her. He missed a version of life that didn't include Meghan, and that's when Meghan knew this wasn't just a fight, this was collapse. The next morning, she ghosted a major branding call. Her team cited personal obligations. Meanwhile, Harry, already texting old friends Meghan had banned long ago. One message, "Let's talk." And that wasn't all. Back in Kensington Palace, William was done playing diplomat. He was pissed. He found out about the peace talks the same way Meghan did, from the tabloids. For the future king to be cut out of royal strategy talks, that's not just rude, that's treasonous in royal circles. William demanded answers from the palace, from Charles, from everyone. Why was he excluded? The answer? Cold and simple. Charles didn't want conflict. He wanted progress. Quiet, clean, behind closed doors. But William? He wasn't having it. His view? Nothing changes. Meghan is a threat to the monarchy. Harry can't be trusted. Bringing them back, even part-time, would be like welcoming chaos into the palace. And Camilla? Same page. Her birthday was hijacked. Her portrait overshadowed. Her patience gone. One aide said it best. They're still playing games. Nothing's changed. Suddenly, the palace was split. Charles, still reaching for Harry. William and Camilla, slamming the royal gates shut. Behind the scenes, panic mode. Lawyers were drawing up two versions of the future. 1, reconciliation. 2, total estrangement. Every scenario, from royal attendance to trust fund access, was on the table, and William dropped a nuclear ultimatum. Any deal with Harry must exclude Meghan. Full stop. No events, no meetings, not even strategy calls. And if Charles ignored that, William was ready to go public, gloves off. But just as the royals were burning bridges, Meghan was being dragged into a whole new mess. Enter Duckgate. I know, sounds fake, but it's very real. So apparently, over Easter, a duck family nested in Meghan and Harry's backyard. Cute, right? Until the ducklings hatched and realized there was no pond. Cue Harry in a panic, calling, wait for it, Oprah. Yup, he asked if he could bring the ducks to her estate so they could swim. Oprah said sure, but asked to delay a bit so her grandkids could see them. And Harry said nope, we're coming now. What followed was chaos. Literal duck-chasing chaos. Harry and Meghan pull up in a car. Meghan jumps out, the mother duck freaks and flies off. Now you've got Harry, Meghan, and Oprah sprinting around a yard chasing a duck. Not a joke. Oprah shared the story on a podcast. The internet lost it. Animal lovers, furious. Wildlife experts, horrified. The public, embarrassed for them. But here's the catch. She can't do that with Harry still in the picture, not without legal consequences. So, she called her lawyer. That's right, not divorce, yet, but brand separation, custody strategy, asset protection. She wanted to know what happens to Archwell. What about As Ever? What about the house, the streaming deals, the kids? This wasn't a breakdown, it was a chess move. Meanwhile, Harry quietly reached out to London lawyers, not for a divorce, but for protocols, title issues, trust structures, damage control. But Meghan, she sent her message loud and clear. If you turn on me, I've got receipts, emails, voicemails, screenshots, years of dirt. Some say she's bluffing. Others say she's been collecting ammo all along. Because if this fairy tale ends, it's not ending quietly. And right now, it's a silent standoff. Harry barely speaks. The house is cold, quiet, like a museum. He walks the gardens alone, calls old friends, thinks. And Meghan watches, waits, plans, because she knows if Harry walks, the brand crumbles, the spotlight dims, the sympathy fades. A prince without a crown, still headlines. A duchess without a prince, just noise. So here they are, stuck in the wreckage of a modern royal fairy tale. No tiaras, no balcony kisses, just silence, lawyers, and a final decision no one's ready to face. Will Harry return to the crown and leave behind the woman who set his world on fire? Or will he stay and watch everything else fall? Drop your thoughts below, like, subscribe, and trust me, you won't believe what's coming next. Believe what's coming next. Believe.